Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and what I want you to watch right now in fast forwarded time is Black Bolt soloing Dormammu with 0% Pierce on cards. Check it out. Let's go! Phase 2, baby! This is absolutely crazy. This is not even that good of a run. This run could absolutely be polished, but I was worried that I would die to Dormammu's attacks. This is crazy. Insane. Absolutely bonkers performance from Black Bolt there. For those of you that still do not believe it, you're in shock. Take a look here at my card deck number 2 with 0% Pierce, 0% premium cards at all. And as you can see right there, it is being applied to Giant Boss Raid. Absolute insanity. And for those of you who are wondering, do I need Morgan Le Fay for that team up? No, you do not. You can absolutely substitute Morgan Le Fay for Valkyrie, and you can probably still get that done because I had 2 minutes on the clock there. And like I said, it was not a perfect run by any means. I'm not used to taking that much damage and having that much pressure on me by having all of the purple orbs chase me, which is what happens when you're soloing, when you're in a team of 3. You know, the orb can target anyone. So I think you can absolutely clear it with this team right here. I'm making this video obviously to showcase how insanely good Black Bolt is, but even I am a little bit flabbergasted at how good his performance was. I believe he's the only tier 4 in the game who has any business at all soloing GBR without any Pierce whatsoever. I may be wrong about that, and I haven't taken the time to test all the other tier 4s, but the rest of his build, thank you, but not right now. The rest of his build, you know, he's got 4 Odin's Blessings. He could have a lot more than 4. I know it's 4, and I know it's magic type, but he could have way more than 4. Okay? He's got Power Vanguard Hulk stage 12. He's got no artifact at all, so he could go faster, guys. And he's just got a regular CTP of Rage. Not a Mighty, not a Brilliant. This uniform, I think, is one of the best in the game right now, if not the best, for its overall value and how well it performs, how strong it is for all types of accounts. 0% Pierce, all the way to 25% Pierce. Players are using this guy to dominate content. And he's not as good of a farmer as Thor is for dispatch and dimension missions, but I feel like he may be a good first step if you're rushing to get him now, especially because his uniform is only on sale for 1 more day, hence the video. You know, until you get your Thor tier 4. You get Black Bolt in the meantime, you get a villain, you get someone who can actually carry you through GBR. Imagine 3 players with 0% Pierce all using Black Bolt. They could probably together, if none of them die and they all do good DPS, they could probably clear GBR together. 0% Pierce, all 3 of them. I know that Dormammu has more HP. He's got 1.5 billion HP when you play with a team of 3 versus a team of 1 where he only has 1 billion HP. But this dude just did 1 billion damage in 8 minutes. That's absolutely bonkers, right? But it doesn't stop there, baby. We're going to showcase some more content, of course. Here, Black Bolt is on stage 69 of Null, absolutely shredding him with 0 supports whatsoever. We're back to 25% Pierce, by the way. I wasn't going to do the whole showcase with 0% pierce. I just wanted to do that part of the showcase to illustrate how insanely strong Black Bolt is with no pierce, which is a very, very rare thing to be. You know, a lot of characters are strong in this game, but very few of them are able to do so without at least having a little bit of pierce. And that goes for tier 4s, right? That is tier 4 inclusive. So the rotation I'm doing is 5 delayed cancel, 3 cancel 4, and then you either sit on the 4 if you're building up if you're building up the tier 3, or you cancel the 4 into 6 if the tier 3 is available, and then you always end the rotation with 1 cancel 2, and you let 2 play all the way out for the spins. So one more time, it's 5, you delay cancel for him to stomp the ground, boom, 3 cancel 4, whoops, I did 4 cancel 3, and then yeah, you just do all that stuff there. I kind of goofed up the rotation, so we're going to try this again. 5 delayed cancel 3, cancel 4, and then we go into 6. Even when 6 is done, you're still going to want to do 1 cancel 2. You always end every single rotation with Black Bolt doing 1 cancel 2. It helps build up your tier 4 faster. It helps build up your tier 3 faster. And it actually does decent damage. The 2 here, as you can see, adds close to half a bar of damage there. And then what you also noticed in the fight against Dormammu that you'll notice in other content is his tier 4 skill is very, very good. It's very, very strong. It adds a lot of damage. The combination of pierce and final damage turns out is very OP. So use that to your advantage, but also use the timing, right? So if you're not using a rage, if you're using like a mighty energy, remember to build up your proc before you go into the tier 3 and tier 4 combo. Another way, I know we're doing null right now, but another way that you could have sped up that GBR run is by not using the tier 4 until the tier 3 was ready. I noticed it as I was doing it, and I didn't have time to practice the run multiple times to find this information out. But he basically, my Black Bolt wasn't doing any damage. Hang on a sec. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. My Black Bolt wasn't doing any damage unless the tier 4 was up in the second phase. So there was a few times where I popped the tier 3 and the tier 4 wasn't active, and it was just a waste. So it's much better to line them up. Usually they line up, like it's pretty easy to spam Black Bolt's tier 4 skill, but when you have no pierce and you're really trying to make the most out of every single rotation, I think that would be a good idea. What you just saw there, I was a little bit worried that he might die. The one negative, the one downside to this uniform for Black Bolt, besides it being full cost crystals, 1750 crystals, the only other downside is that he is a bit weak defensively. He has quite high, his stats are quite high, like 25 and 29,000 defense is quite high, but he just doesn't have enough damage reduction and healing to really, he's got buff removal, or like debuff removal and stuff. He's got 25% damage reduction. It's not quite enough, so there can be some situations where you take damage and you die, like you take too much damage and you die, for example. So that's just something that you have to play around and get used to. But it's not nearly as bad as Storm. You know, obviously he's not as tanky as, I would say he's a little bit less tanky than Thor. That's probably be the best way to explain it. Thor is a little bit tankier, but otherwise he performs so well. And honestly, I think it's very much a high priority pickup. And again, you only have 1 day, and then it's gone for a year. Not trying to FOMO you guys in, but just stating the facts. I think it's an undervalued and underrated uniform, and I wanted to do it justice with that crazy clear of GBR, and then with some World Boss Legend content. Not to mention, right, I don't have clips to show you guys, but if you guys have not already seen this, he dominates ABL. He absolutely dominates ABL with his damage, and he basically, here, if we go over here to the guides here, you use him any day that you can, no restriction, universal male, and he just does insane. Like, people have already hit 10 million, over 10 million with him. I know Namor can do close to that with a different build, but being able to use and having Black Bolt available for 2 different days, and also being able to use him on different days of ABX for no restriction, or I think Universal Heroes, no, not Universal, but no restriction, makes him quite valuable because you can use him on the no restriction day, and then the next day in ABL, you can use him on no restriction again, right? So he's available 4 times so 2 times a week, right? So very, very high value character in my opinion, and unfortunately a very rare uniform because it's seasonal. So yeah, consider the following. Anyways, guys, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Smash the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.